Treadaway for the season, 346 with runners in scoring position. He's got two there now on 3-1 and drills one out to left. You can forget about it. Oklahoma's got the lead right back in the third. Groff awaits. Out to center. Hit well. Whirl back. Track. Wall. Goodbye. A bomb from Ethan Groff. Home run number 9. Hit streak to 9. And it's 5-2 Tulane in the fourth. Tying and go-ahead runners aboard. Payoff pitch. Missed everything. Muniz coming home. He scores. Ball gets by. Into score Pettis. And Oklahoma's got the lead. A wild pitch scores 2. Sooners back in front in the fourth. It's another scorcher on an 87-degree Saturday in Norman as we welcome you to L. Dale Mitchell Park for Oklahoma baseball, presented by Riverwind Casino. It's the Sooners hosting the West Virginia Mountaineers in the middle game of a 3-game set. Well, OU was dominant last night, a 15-1 win, their 30th of the season. They're now 12-7 to pull into a tie for second in the Big 12, and with Texas Tech beating Oklahoma State in the opener to that series in Stillwater, this conference race got even tighter. OU now just a game back, West Virginia now 10-9. As far as an early season non-conference series, they don't get a whole lot better than what we have in store over the next 3 days in New Orleans with the defending champions, the 9th-ranked Mississippi State Bulldogs, in town to take on the red-hot Tulane Green Wave off to an 8-1 start. We welcome you inside Greer Field at Turchin Stadium. Here's 9-year MLB veteran outfielder Ron Swoboda. Jack Benjamin with you. Not quite the start Mississippi State expected. Coming off a national title, their first in program history. You know what it's like coming off a title. 1969 Miracle Mets made one of the best catches in World Series history in Game 4, taking away one from Brooks Robertson. What was that season like for you? How does Mississippi State right the ship? And now Lynn in the air to right. Hit well. Back to the wall and gone. We are tied on the first home run of Jackson Lynn's Tulane career. 3-3 in the bottom part of the ninth. Out to center. This is hit well. Hart on the run. Reaches up, and he made the catch. Wow. How in the world did he do that? Jared Hart with a dazzling display out in center field to take one away from Paul Komistek. 2 away in the ninth. Zach DeVito peering in again. A strike away. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out in the ninth. Got him! Tulane wins. Zach DeVito finishes it off. The first series win for Tulane over East Carolina since 2016, and they pull even for first place in the American. Bottom part of the second, and a appeal to first base. They say Treadaway went around, so a strike to start things off here for Aiden Major, who threw 12 pitches in a 1-2-3 bottom part of the first inning. That looked pretty close. Treadaway's at 338. His senior day here in Norman. He takes a strike. Final regular season home game for him and a bunch of other Sooners here today.
Mom and Dad, as large crowds came in to have their pictures taken at home plate, they gave them a framed jersey for each one of these seniors, from managers and trainers, video technicians, all the way up to players such as Treadaway.
Here's his moment before the game at home plate. Whole family around him. A guy who's in his 4th year here in Norman after starting his career at Seminole State College. And he swings and drills one to left. This one is a no-doubter. Over the berm, into the trees. Tanner Treadaway homers for the second time in as many days. And on his senior day, He knots us up at 1 here in the second.
5th home run for Tanner Treadaway. He now has RBIs 47, one behind Peyton Graham. Well, he went down and got this baseball, just sent it for a ride. I mean, it cleared the fence and landed on the top of the berm, above the 385 mark. Good to see. Love it for the kid. What a wonderful family. Great player. Injured most of the year last year with some lower back difficulty. Love to see him back on the field playing and performing. Pitch live in for ball 1 on Jimmy Crooks.
That Sooner home run brought to you by Whataburger. Get your Whataburger favorites without leaving the driver's seat. Just download the app to get started. Crooks takes ball 2. Yeah, you're mentioning the injuries he battled last year. He had a calf injury as well. Guy who was on with the media earlier this week and talking about his career and just how much fun he's had with his team. This one's hit hard down the right field line and into the corner it goes. Off the wall, Crooks digs for second, and he's in there standing up. Couple of extra base knocks to kick off the home half of the second inning, and OU is in business. th double for Jimmy Crooks.
Well, he's got a lot of speed too, and this is my player to watch. Jimmy Crooks has done a nice job in this. For me, he has this year 36 runs, 29 RBIs on the season, on base percentage very high, and he just goes down, gets the breaking ball on the inner half of the plate, drops the hammer, and scoots into second base with nobody out, and Wallace Clark up. Clark has 5 RBIs in the series, 20 on the season.
Takes a strike. Well, we mentioned the youth on display for both of these teams. You got 3 freshmen in the lineup for West Virginia, 2 for OU here today. .354 average coming in. And fouls that one away. And you look at what he's doing against Big 12 competition. After a 1-for-3 day yesterday with an RBI, he's hitting .407 against conference opponents with 13 driven in.
Yeah, look at the numbers. He's hitting over 700 with a runner at third base and less than 2 outs.
Not bad.
Yeah, a lot of RBIs coming along.
0-2 stays alive.
We got 2 goals here. 1 is to get Crooks to third. 2 is to get him in. And if you don't do either one of those, you feel like you have let yourself down, your team down, because with no outs, you want to advance to third, give them the opportunities to try to get him in any way they can. A base hit's great. Your RBIs are great. But you got to be able to get that one job done for your ball club.
Well, Oklahoma was 7 for 12 with runners in scoring position on Friday in the 15-1 win. 3 for 12 yesterday, the 9-8 loss. 1-2 now. That's up and away. We were talking about this earlier in the series too, but you never quite know as a freshman when kind of your moment is going to come, where the coaching staff, I guess, their confidence raises even more and you're kind of solidified. You were mentioning that at bat he had against Texas. What was it, a 12-pitch at bat in the 9th?
After sitting 3 hours, came in the 9th, got a 12-pitch at bat and walked.
Taken off since. 2-2 is lifted out in his shallow center. Long run and a catch made on the run by Victor Scott. So Crooks will tag from second and go to third. Boy, that was a heck of a play out in center field.
Yeah, I thought Clark had a double and an RBI for sure there. I mean, he smoked that ball into center field. It's just Victor Scott's speed. Victor Scott, the second speed, I should say, was able to track that ball down and catch it in right center.
Well, he's stolen 37 bases, so you can't do that without having some speed.
It's a matter of getting a break on the ball. He was shading him into left center field, and he makes a leap, a very good timing leap to get to the baseball. If he doesn't catch that ball, it's a triple. off of the wall in center field.
Squires hits one a mile foul.
Been very impressed with Brett Squires, what he does and how he goes about his business. 4 home runs, 23 RBIs, hitting .347, has not got to play due to some injuries. He broke a finger early in the year trying to bunt a baseball. So it took time for that to heal to where he could just hold on to a bat.
Swings and lifts one out to left. This one's carrying to the wall. It's gone. Brett Squires with his 5th home run of the season. 2 bombs in the inning for Oklahoma. And a 3-1 Sooner lead in the second.
Kind of power that he has. The other thing, he has pitched a couple innings this year. Big arm in right field. Today he's DHing for the Sooners. It's all about small baseball, and Clark's big fly ball. Crooks advance, he hits the home run. You got 2 runs on the board. If anything, he would have had 1 more, and the Sooners lead it 3-1. So the freshman, Aiden Major, is finding out mistakes are going to get hit hard, and I think that's something that you recognize. You know, the 6 no-hit innings on Tuesday went out the window pretty quick here in 1 inning.
A little different against this Oklahoma offense that came into today hitting right around 300 in Big 12 play. They've now hit 25 of their 43 homers for the season against conference opponents. And now Diego Muniz. So Major, those 6 no-hit innings on Tuesday. Throw a 1-2-3 first inning today, so 7 no-hit innings. And now in this second inning, solo blast by Treadaway, the double by Crooks, a hard hit liner by Clark that was caught on a heck of a play by Scott, and a 2-run blast from Squires.
Even the 1-2-3 inning, though, there was 3 deep fly balls too.
Right.
The balls were hit hard.
And I wouldn't say the wind is super conducive for pitchers trying to hope that ball's staying in the park today.
Well, it's not a typical Oklahoma day, though. On a typical day when it's windy, we think this is calm. Oklahoma, can be 25 to 30 mile an hour winds daily. I'm looking forward to the PGA, and I'm going to laugh at the pros when they try to play at Southern Hills because they expect high winds on the weekend.
Gonna feel like the Open Championship, huh?
There's a few hills, a few tree lines they got to fight through. It's not wide open like the Open. It's big oak trees down each fairway. They got some water on the golf course. I don't know if they'll extend. I want to say it's 6 or 7, but it played 630 yards one year.
Huh. Yeah, I don't know the course super well. I remember, and I was pretty little when Tiger won there in 2007, but I know they've done a couple renovations to a few holes. Muniz pops this one up. Shallow center. Scott comes in and makes the catch. His hat has flown off a couple times this inning, but he's made the play both times. And there's 2 outs.
Well, it's going to be a hard golf course. In Oklahoma, when it heats up and then those greens dry out, they're just like putting on a parking lot. You really got to know what you're doing there. And with the course management, of course, Tiger was in 2 weeks ago and had a practice round.
Yeah, I think the whole world saw with the amount of helicopters they had tracking him.
Phil Mickelson withdrew yesterday. He's not going to play in it. Doesn't feel the timing is correct still. But all the other big names in golf will be there.
This is Kendall Pettis. 2 down and no one on. 3 in the inning already for Oklahoma. It's ball 2. Pettis collided with UTSA's shortstop back in March. Had that elbow injury. He's battling back from it. He's put together a couple of nice at-bats in this series. He's 3 for 7. Scored twice. Friday had a multi-hit game. And he drove in 3 runs last year against West Virginia in that series. This is a 4-pitch walk. So he reaches, and Aiden Major's having some issues here in this second inning.
16 of 22 would-be base stealers. That's what Pettis has been able to do. He's got speed. Let's see if he tries to rotate it up and get to second base into scoring position. Randy Mazey's going to go to the mound. He handles most of the pitching for West Virginia. As you said, the young man threw 6 no-hit innings on Tuesday. And you always concern yourself with a young player like this. At high school this time of the year, a year ago, he had 70, 80 innings. He's only got 20. How much of the workload has he handled? How deep has he gone into games? How much pressure has he handled? So, the majority of midweek games aren't in front of a big crowds. Here at OU today, I know if you're looking on TV and you see the green seats, they look pretty empty. But you got to go to the top 5, 7 rows at the top out of the sun in the shade. That's where the crowd is today. It's a hot day here in Norman.
This is all about being calculated. When it's 92, 93 degrees, not sure the major advantage is sitting right behind home plate when you got no shade. So, meeting at the mound over. You got a quick look out in the bullpen. Now, no major throwing going on yet, but Zach Ottinger, who's a senior right-hander, was up and stretching a little bit. And we know both of these coaches are not afraid to go to the pen early if needed. Top of the order, and Spikerman checked to first base on Pettis, who's 16 for 22 on the base paths this year. Was caught twice on Friday. That one was pretty close. Those were both by Dane Leonard, though, who's now playing third base. So 2 outs for Spikerman, who flew out to deep left his first time. Major faced 19 pit batters in his start on Tuesday, allowed 3 base runners, and of course did not allow a hit. And this one bounces away from the catcher Holbrook. Up to second base goes Pettis into scoring position.
But again, he wanted that ball more up and then let it dive, and it just squirted away from him behind the plate. On a slider like that, a lot of times you get that reverse spin. There's a good pitch right down the middle. I'm not a big one-knee guy. I know that's for framing. Everybody talks about it.
You were mentioning yesterday.
Yeah, I don't like the fact you just don't have a lot of mobility with a guy on. To block the baseball, you got to have really soft hands, be able to pick off this turf. If you don't pick clean, hit off the heel, it's going to shoot away from you. Like that.
That's off the glove of Holbrook.
That's 2 we've seen this inning with this at bat is actually what's happened. And that ball was away from him, and he tried to back pick it and it just hit off the heel of the glove and ricocheted away from him. Watch. That ball's down. He tried to backhand it, push it away, and it just shot over into the dugout.
Well, one of the numbers in this series coming into today I was looking at, the pass balls and wild pitches.
Yeah, but that's hard to do. And the reason I say that, you don't know who the official scorer is. And I say this because of 42 years of broadcasting. I've watched guys do it. Depending on who was catching, whether they give fast pass ball or whether they actually give them a wild pitch. And the last 2 have been wild pitches, both of them.
2-2 is fouled sharply left side. I think my point more so, George, than just looking at raw numbers for the season. All I was going to mention is it's been 9 wild pitches on the scorecard in the series for West Virginia. We've obviously watched firsthand, and you could argue, okay, wild pitch or pass ball. There have been a bunch that have gotten away from West Virginia catchers. 2-2 is up and away, so that's been his storyline. That's a lot of free bases.
A good example of what you just saw there. He wanted the ball in. And he's on one knee squatted in, wanting to pitch in on to make sure he got in on Spikerman. But then the ball was up and away, and he had to stand up to move over to catch to the baseball. If you're in your normal, typical squats, you got a pretty good chance. But the runner on third right now.
Payoff pitch, fouled away.
Good luck trying to block something in the ground with a runner on third. You got to become an iron curtain back there with guys on third base. Nothing gets by you.
This is Holbrook's 17th start behind the plate this year. It's been mostly Leonard there, but he's at third for the second straight day. Another payoff, chopped foul.
And I know a lot of guys say, well, they do it in the big leagues. Well, okay. This is college baseball, high school baseball. In the big leagues, 90% of your pitchers, you call a fastball in, they're going to throw it in. They may miss 1 or 2 inches. They're not going to miss 3 or 4 feet. You call a breaking ball, very rarely you're going to see them bounce it out in front of home plate past the catcher. They're going to make a pitch. Ow, that was quick and hurt in a dugout. Hopefully everybody got out of the way.
Got to be heads up over there. So the 10th pitch of the at-bat on the way here to Spikerman. 2 down, bottom 2. Pennis off third. And he walked him. Heck of an at-bat. Something we have seen a whole bunch from the Sooners this year. Came in 11th nationally in walks drawn. That's number 2 today, number 289 for the season as a team, and now Peyton Graham can bat with 2 outs.
And expect to steal here. Spikerman's very good speed, and it'll be up to West Virginia. You want to try to get the lead runner and throw down there? You want to fake and go to third? Or do you want to cut off in the middle of the infield and have a play at the plate? Or just giving the bag and focus on Peyton Graham?
Peyton Graham flew out to center his first time. Entered today hitting .349, 13th home run of the season yesterday. Runner goes, throw to second base, not in time. Boy, that's a good play by the second baseman Weatherholt to scoop that. Otherwise, it's a run. Is that one as a catcher? Maybe you just hold, given how good the jump was.
Depends on what the play was.
Yeah.
They tell you they want you to throw it through, throw it through. If they want you to pick it third, pick it third. If they want you to hold the baseball, hold the baseball.
I just think about the execution. That could have been a disaster. 0-1.
Yeah. Peyton started his swing, couldn't hold up, goes to 0-2.
Steal for Spikerman, by the way, was his 9th. So 0-2 here on Graham. Hitting .373 this season with 2 outs. Ball and 2 strikes.
This will be Major's 50th pitch of the ball game, and he's in the 2nd inning. That's high leverage innings. You don't know how long Randy Mazey will go with him. He's already had 1 visit at the mound.
1-2. And you keep in mind also, he threw 12 pitches in a 1-2-3 first inning. So he's thrown 38 pitches here in the 2nd. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Graham. 5 for 10 in the series. 2 runners in scoring position with 2 outs. Pop to right. Austin Davis under it, makes the catch. Side finally retired. But a couple home runs in the inning from Oklahoma, including Tanner Treadaway's 2nd in as many days on his senior day. Gets his 5th of the year. It's 3-1 Oklahoma after 2.